Okay then, so I decided to make a little video about this because I got back into Napoleon Total War. Now, so what actually happened, because it's a bit weird to go back to this, right? Because how old is it now? It's 4 years, maybe? Yeah, 4 years ago maybe, that this game got released. And I played it a lot back then, but then I kind of stopped. What happened was that 2 weeks ago, I had a board game, and I was against my wife. Yep, I had a board game with my wife, and it was called Napoleon in Europe, oddly enough. And by the way, so I got completely wrecked. She kicked my butt completely. I was Austria and she was France, and totally wrecked. Anyway, so I lost that game, and I actually realized, um, I like this kind of warfare, so why don't I go back and pick up this game again? So I did. I went to check mods, because I always like to play with mods, and there is a little nice, big mod actually, for Napoleon Total War called something as original as Napoleon Total War 3. It's great. It's a great mod. It adds a lot of realism to the game. Tweaks a lot of the musket fire rates and these kind of things. Like for example, now you can see the game is here, and it's against Panther, by the way. You can see that I can't see all his units, so they have added line of sight, which is awesome. It means you can actually ambush. Something I have been missing a lot in Age of sorry, what's it called? Total War Empire Total War, sorry, or this game. I'm very happy with that. So they introduced that. They also introduced a lot of different factions like Denmark and these kind of things, and Sweden and Holland. And yeah, I mean, it adds a lot of great things. You can see this thing here, the Grand Battery. Panther didn't know this existed, so these you're gonna see later has helped me a lot. This baby here with 10 cannons, it's really saved me a lot. So in the beginning, as always, the deployment phase, and in the beginning you can see I'm just moving units into to position. You can see it's moving a lot slower than it does in the vanilla game. And what I'm doing here with my cavalry is that I'm moving units left and right just to scout, because you need that now. You actually need your units to scout for you, which I find awesome. Let's just zoom to Panther. See what he has. Hey, the UK. The little flag there, just for you, Daft, and Liquid, and Random, just for you. Like it, huh? Yeah, yeah, just for you. Zoom back to the more important people. France. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, a lot of maneuvering and these kind of things, and that's what the game is often about nowadays. Like if you're in a tree line with your line infantry, and you will see that later. If you're in a tree line and another battalion of line infantry, you can see it's a battalion, is trying to shoot you with the muskets. It's harder to hit those guys in the tree lines. That's great. And you can see, of course, again, I said the movement, the movement speed is very slow. Compared, or not slow, realistic, I suppose, compared to the vanilla. Something that I didn't realize till later after this battle was that if you move your units in column, they're moving faster, much faster. And if you move them along the roads in a column, they go pretty fast. And of course, conveniently enough, a column line is, it fits perfectly on the road, right? So yeah. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm just gonna speed it up because there's not action in the beginning. There's just more maneuvering around, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. Sort of quickly, right? Look at that, so slow. Ugh. Hey, look, Sharpa is playing Arma 3. Bet he's flying. Oh, and now Alex is talking. Alex, you're gonna get fraps now. See you. You will see later what I talked about. So let me just stop here. You can see that he's moving his units because I'm attacking, and you can see that he's moving his units into the tree line, which is very smart of him. Now later he thought I hadn't seen that, and by the way, what I can see from here, you see here on the map, that's the only thing I can see, and you're seeing this video is from my point of view. Obviously there's a lot more going on down here that I can't see, or some of the stuff I can see. Like, I'm pretty sure Panda didn't realize I had already seen that he was moving cavalry up here. He's in fact moving it all the way up here, and I can see that. I can actually see that because I have a higher hill. Aha! You didn't know that, did you, Panther? No surprise. Trying to sneak attack on me. He's gonna fail. You see that later, guys. Alright, let me fast forward again. You see, I'm attempting to make my units walk in a line. It's not really going amazingly, but you know, it's the thought that counts, right? You see that? He's moving up on his flank, which, by the way, is a great tactic. It is, even if he doesn't use this attack, even if he doesn't actually follow through with it, he still threatens my flank. So I still need to react to it. I still need to have something in the reserve in the case that he will, attack on this flank. So I have to commit some kind of unit to it, which, by the way, I do. You'll probably, see, there you go. You see that I'm moving my cavalry up here on the flank here because I'm aware of his cavalry up there. So I'm preparing myself for what might happen if something happens. But I'm also doing, I don't know, are they here already? I can't see. Alright, there. These guys. Light infantry skirmishes. I'm moving them up here as well. Again, just to protect my flank as good as I can. In case he's gonna attack with cavalry, you never know. You see the cavalry stopped up here, if you can see my mouse up here. The cavalry stopped. Which means they're now hiding, I can't see them anymore. But I know they're there. Let's go fast again. All the maneuvering stuff, which is very important. So, in this game, because things are, I suppose, more realistic paced, you have more time to actually react and maneuver around. What that also means, though, if you react too slow, then then you're screwed basically. If you realize too late that you have cavalry on your flank and you haven't done anything for quite a while, that then you're in trouble. So what I'm doing here, by the way, sorry for just jumping around the screen here without saying anything. I'm moving my cavalry up here because I know he has cavalry down there. I'm moving them up here, hoping to maybe bait them a little bit and maybe draw him out. But Panther, he's not falling for it, so so I'm just stopping here, and I'm thinking, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go back. But it's just my way of trying to like sneak him out a little bit, trying to get him to do something silly and run after me, but he doesn't do it. He does prepare though, you see that? All of a sudden I can see them, and the reason for that is because my cavalry went up there and scouted so they can see them. but he's not falling for it. So, I think yeah, I'm moving them back already. There you go, see that? I'm moving them back. See, my infantry is taking their sweet time getting aligned. It's just me being a micromanager, I guess. Oh, by the way, guys, it looks a bit weird because I did fast forward. Oh, so you can see what happens now? I moved my cavalry away. You look what appears here? Because I don't think Panther realized I had seen him. So what he's trying to do, and again, good tactic, it just didn't go through. He's moving a regiment of cavalry up here to attack what I think, and maybe maybe you can tell us, Panther, what I think was to attack my appearing weak artillery. Because the artillery, it looks like it's kind of exposed here on the left side flank, because you can't see these units because they're hiding, and these units are hiding. So I think that he thinks he can go in for an easy kill, but you will see later that he can't. See, he's moving them out there. You see my cavalry unit here? What they're gonna do is they're gonna move around here like this to try and cut off his cavalry here, and at the same time I'm moving these two guys here, these two regiments of cavalry around here to just try and, you know, prevent him from escaping and annihilating him. There we go. Now they're moving. I'm gonna sound the attack very soon. There we go. You can see I'm moving my cavalry up here. And Panther, you know, realizing, I guess, that there's no escaping, he faces the attack head on, which is good sport of you, Panther. There you go. That's a dead UK cavalry. But definitely, if he had managed to pull that off and kill all my artillery here, I would have been a sad, sad guy indeed. Yeah, they're running off. Oh, and by the way, I set up my heavy, my grand battery here, and I thought like, yeah, I can start firing at them, but then I realized, oh wait, look at that, there's a ridge. I need to move them far, far indeed before they can start firing, so that was a bit of a bummer. But what I do is, because I know that he's down here, I've seen that, right? I've seen he's down here, and if you look at this, you see there's a sort of a ridge line here. I'm gonna move, and you'll see it later, I'm gonna move my infantry just short of the ridge line and then prepare to expose myself, because I know that he's gonna have artillery there. I mean, I don't know, but I strongly suspected that he had. I'm just gonna start this. Fast forward, so we don't have to wait for that. Oh, you guys saw that? Did you see that? Yeah, flashes. So what happened was that Panther, he had seen obviously that I'm moving my infantry up, because he also has scouts out there somewhere, and he's just testing, you know, with his artillery, if he's able to hit me already. You know, and that's fine. The only thing that then happens is, of course, that I then know exactly where his artillery is. But you know, it's a trade-off, right? I mean, you want to know where you can hit, I guess, and you might be able to hit something. And you know, it's not always bad knowing where your exposing artillery, as long as you protect it. You see where my mouse is, there's gonna be flashes there. He's firing from that location. There you go. You see that? Again, like I explained, the cavalry has multiple uses in this mod, so I'm using them a lot now for just scouting ahead. So I'm moving this squadron of cavalry on this side to scout for me, and I'm moving 2 regiments of cavalry on this side to scout for me, just to make sure none of Panther's sneaky units are making any flanking surprises. Especially here, when I was in-game, I realized on this side, I'd never been there. I'd actually never sent any unit on this side. And, you know, that could have meant, and luckily it didn't, but that could have meant that there were tons of units all of a sudden appearing here, which would have been a problem for me. Or definitely later game. Just speeding up, guys, so you don't have to sit and wait for all the maneuvering. I've said it a few times, haven't I? Like I said, just short of the ridge, and now I'm gonna expose all the infantry. All the beautiful French infantry, was it battalions? Yeah, infantry battalions. Here we go. And I literally thought when I moved up there that I was gonna take a lot of artillery fire, and actually it wasn't too bad. Oh, and in here, by the way, don't know if you heard it, just in the background there was the sound of drums. I never realized you had units here. I hadn't seen them, and there's actually units, UK units in here. And when I moved in there, they started firing at me. And there was, I think, 1 battalion of foot. And shame on you, Panther, but Panther withdrew his units pretty early and let me have this forest, which. First you think like, why would you do that, Panther? But actually it was smart of him, because he can. In the end, I didn't really use this advantage for anything. It didn't really. In fact, I gave up on it later. You will see later that I shouldn't have, because some infantry is gonna give me some issues at the artillery. So I shouldn't have given up this little forest here, but I did. You see now I'm moving in, and all of a sudden, some there they are. That kind of shocked me because I didn't realize there was anything is there, so I stopped them immediately and I made them form up. And here you go, firefight begins. My units are taking loads of casualties. You see that because these battalions is exposed to the open. They take more fire from these guys, and these guys, look at that, they only have 3 casualties because they're inside the forest, so they're harder to hit. You see in a sec that see, look at that, he's giving up. Do this. He's gonna run into the open, and as soon as you see him running into the open, yeah, see, there you go. It gets loads of casualties all of a sudden. See how it's taken down? But you know, that was a quick skirmish, and this is now ours. Well done, France. This is the tree line that I need to capture, and like you've just seen over there how dangerous it actually is to attack a tree line if you have your men in the open. So I'm very happy to have these 10 cannons here helping me, and they pretty much just won the whole battle for me, to be honest. I mean obviously they need the infantry to help them, but I needed them also to blow holes in the tree line up there. Now they're setting up. You see how fast they are? They're so fast, they're so well trained. So fast. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's show those things what grand battery means. Here we go. Take that! One more time. You see how amazing I am at making sure my men walk in a line? I make Daft very proud.
A glorious.
See that? There you go. What are you gonna do now, Panther? Yeah, howitzers. So actually, it was what happened in the background. I didn't realize. This was kind of Panther's plan all along. He was luring me in here, and you will see later that he was actually almost encircling me with these battalion of infantries, and that, you know, that really caught me off guard. I nearly lost, to be honest. We'll see soon.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Oh, my general was suddenly scared. Don't remember why. You see his little artillery there? I was having my cavalry here, and I was really thinking, should I go for it? Because I could see his infantry there, and I thought like, alright, so if he has something there, he's definitely gonna have something there. Still waiting for my men to get organized in the open, which is a great tactic, right? You, of course, not supposed to know that which angle of attack you want to have before you move into the open. You can always sort that out in the open, right? I mean, that's okay, especially under artillery fire. You see a little skirmish going on over here? It's basically because he had his units in square formation, and I just wanted to make sure they weren't too annoying, so I left my skirmishers here and just fired at them, and you know, and keep them busy. I wasn't gonna fuss with them. Ah, here you go. You see what I'm doing? I'm attempting to take his artillery, but he already knew, so he's running away. And you know, then I called off the attack. I wasn't gonna run into the forest. There's no way. I just called it off. I went back. Greatly organized. Great line. It's a battalion. Great line, battalion. Very well done. I'm very proud of you. Couldn't have done it better. See, I'm not killing many. The only thing I'm actually doing here is just keeping him busy. See, all I'm doing, I'm just pounding the tree line. I'm to make sure that whenever I move my my infantry up there, that they're at least a bit softened up. All of a sudden, I'm not sure why, but all of a sudden, Panther orders bayonet charge. I think there was a mistake. At least he stops just short of the tree line. With this unit, he moves out of the tree line, which, you know, it's just a bit of a mistake. That's all right. What then happens is that, of course, they take loads of fire because they're now exposed, and a pretty intense firefight actually begins between me and Panther. It lasts very long, to be honest. The whole line begins to fire at each other. Smoke turrets, probably mud. See how much fire they're taking. Actually, what's happening is they're being fired at by 2 battalions. And they're in the open, and you know, so they're just getting killed. My 3 battalions up here to help them further move into the forest. Because I need to take this forest. Oh, they almost got off, but not quite. So I'm moving them in further to help. and all of a sudden, hey, more infantry. Now they're also shooting at me. And I realized Panther didn't pay attention up here, so I sent in my cavalry one more time. And luckily I got them this time. And to be honest, that was just very lucky of me. What I'm doing here is, see, I have 3 battalions here. I'm moving them up here on this line, just to make sure that these guys here don't get flanked by whatever is here. Okay, so I move them up here and make sure that this flank is protected. Oh, I forgot about that skirmish up there. He sent another cavalry unit to try and attack my artillery, and my other cavalry unit intercepted him up there. You can see it's already forming, right? You can see that the little trap that he has made for me is almost forming. It'll get worse. So I've been in this, so this firefighter's gone on for long. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sending in my my infantry now into the forest because I know I need to take it. Because if I don't, I can't afford a long gunfire with these guys with me in the open. So I have to send in my units fast. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm making the storm peak side of the forest to take it away from them. It's not bad. Look at that. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battalions of infantry suddenly appearing. I had not expected that anyway. And, oh, and look at that. Stream guards. I know Daft loves these guys. He's a big fan of these guys. You should go and tell him. Right, Daft? You love these guys. As you can see, again, I have moved my three battalions up here to secure the flank of these guys. I'm very happy I did, because he had a couple of battalions moving in now to try and get in the flank. So well played, Panther. Well played indeed. Just pressing space, you can see how I'm trying to position my units, because I know they're coming, so I'm trying to make sure that protecting the flank as good as I can, basically. The intense firefight.
The men are fatigued.
I try as
and
much
must
as I
rest a
can
while.
to make sure that I run my units, because fatigue is a big deal in this game. So I really try and just make them, you know, walk as much as I can. See, I'm sending my general down here to protect this, because I already I had a prediction kind of that this was gonna get very tense. I already saw it happening with these guys moving here and these guys moving here. That these guys were gonna be in trouble. So I'm sending down my general down to them to try and encourage the battalions down here. Now me knowing that I cannot lose this forest to him, I send in these units, these 2 battalions, to engage in close quarter. Try and kick him out of it. And Panther, he's withdrawing. He had to keep the forest, and you would think like, oh, so now you won. Yeah, no. Just a short-lived victory, I'll show you later. But you see he's pulling back his men. He's pulling them back. He's letting me take the flips. Over here got even more intense. You see I have skirmishes here fighting in the flank. And here is this forest I just talked to you about there earlier that I gave up. You can see I gave it up. And I shouldn't have, because you have these 2 Highlanders, these 2 battalion of Highlanders, who's gonna take it away from me again. And they're gonna go all the way up here and annoy my artillery. You'll see later. But what I'm doing is I'm letting my skirmishers here fight. And yeah, I thought I could hold them off. But the Panther realized, oh, they're just skirmishers, so he's attacking them with bayonets, and obviously with skirmishers they can't handle that, so they're breaking off. And that means I've lost this area completely. This whole Panther's home now.
Now running, sir.
You see that? It's a skirmisher. See that? The amount of men he has still. And no, it got pretty scary there. I really did think that this time I was going to lose this one. You can see here on the map, I talked about he almost has me surrounded. And when I looked at that, I realized, holy crap, I completely forgot one battalion of infantry trying to attack my artillery. Or what he had forgotten, probably, is that if you attack artillery head on with infantry, artillery is most likely gonna win because of a nice little invention called canister fire. And you'll see later how I push it off very easily. Ordered his men to engage. As soon as he explodes himself, he is canister. You'll see it. His men is gonna start falling down.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna appear very soon. He just runs over the bridge.
Yes, sir.
And then see how his men is just falling down now? There we go. Yeah! Run off, you cowards. Yeah, it's not going as well. See that? totally has me completely blanked. And these guys up here, Grand Battery I talked to you about earlier, that won the war for me, the battle. This Grand Battery is gonna help me shoot these guys to pieces. If they hadn't done that, I would definitely have lost. No doubt about it. See how everything is sort of slower than the Bonita? I mean, the Bonita's battle would have been over already, everybody would have run off. In this mod, everything is much slower, which gives you a lot more time to maneuver your men around. I really like that a lot. It's a lot more time to think about tactics, which I like about it. Look at that, he's sending his units off to try and attack me again. My, look at that. My artillery is pushing them off. Won't get fire. Shoot with everything I have, like literally everything I have. Not having it. And I thought, like, you know what? Let's finish them off with a squadron of cavalry. And what I end up doing, I end up shooting my own cavalry and his. I mean, we both. I lose a cavalry in this attack. He also loses a battalion, but. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but look at this. Look what happens. These guys, they get shot by my own artillery. Boom!
Our men are running, sir!
Whatever. So now we have these guys there exposed. These guys up here. My Grand Battery. I'm gonna go ahead and fire at them. But look at these guys. Remember I talked to you that I had lost this forest? Very stupid of me. These guys are now to attack my artillery. What I do, I try something really insane, which you really can't. I'm attacking with my cavalry to try and prevent him from attacking. What then happens is that Panther sees that I'm attacking with cavalry, and he forms a square. See, he's forming a square. Which stops his attack, but they do kill my howitzers here. And the rest of the game, this unit is going to stay there and annoy the heck out of my units up here. But he doesn't kill my Grand Battery, so I'm very happy with that.
Our men are running, sir!
See, it's getting more intense. There's a point where Panther realizes it's all or nothing, that he needs to pick me out of the forest. To be honest, he almost succeeds. This flank has now been secured. These guys are gonna run away. These guys, they won't run away. What happens to these guys, this battalion, is he's ordering them to attack my artillery, which is smart of him. Oh, here we go. Like I said, Panther realizing he needs to take the forest away from me. I sent my general up there to prepare for the melee combat. And here we go. These guys, they don't stand a chance. Just like I did for you, Doc. then do is I move my 2 battalions up here, because I realized, you know what, this is a lost game. There's no way I can keep this forest. I'm pulling back my 2 battalions here to make a line here to protect these guys flank and these guys, and then make a line here. See what I could have done.
Our
So
men
I'm
are
only
running,
realizing
sir.
now, by the way, is that these guys here are actually free to start moving. I could have pulled them back, but you know, hindsight and all that. Look here. These guys are still staying here. Then my skirmish is up to shoot at them. And he's now trying another frontal attack on my artillery, hoping this time he's gonna get them. But you know, canister and all that, grape shot or whatever you call it, takes care of it. Let's look at that again, see what happens. Yeah, Scotsman! Here we go, now they take fire.
Yes, sir.
They're falling down.
Yes, sir. Fire cannon shots that they're gonna run away. Yeah, there you go. Now they're broken. Now they're running away. Over here, again, things look pretty bad for me. Our men are running,
these
sir.
Coldstream guards just beating me up. But in the end I pushed them back. You see here, melee combat in the open. Now they're gonna be pushed back. Thing is also in this mod, bayonet combat is very, very fast and very decisive. They don't take so long, which you know, I really don't mind what I think about that. I actually like that the melee combat isn't very long, because and look at that, cavalry is here to save the day, which I don't think they should be. I think the musket and the shootouts and the firefights should last very long. The melee, sorry. Probably be short and decisive. It probably was like that. Who knows? But I guess it would be. That's it. That's pretty much almost the remainder of his units. On paper, I have one. The rest of the game is with him. Bless you, Panther. But the rest is with him hiding his units. He's hiding units over here. Some units over here. He's pushing his general all the way in the corner there, just to make sure that the timer runs out. Because once the timer runs out, because I'm the attacker, it becomes a draw. It's not a victory, it's a draw. And there you go. So yeah, as you can see, a lot slower paced, a lot more tactics, longer shootouts. Terrain matters a lot. You have a line of sight, and combined arms matters a lot. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to say.
Sir, and must rest a while.
Once units are in square, they are easier to hit with artillery. Well, not easier to hit, but you damage them all once you hit them, because they're all packed together. And what you can do is you can take a cavalry, pretend to be charging an infantry battalion. They're gonna form square. You can call off the attack and then shoot them with artillery. So that's a nice combined arms there for you. Yeah, so that's it. I hope somebody will get the mod together with me and Panther, like you, Daft. I'm looking at you, and anybody else who has it. And yeah, let's see how big this beast came. Now I have to upload it on YouTube. Yep.